I'm honored to address you today at the G20 Interfaith Forum. This conference comes at a critical time, especially in terms of religion. Yes, we face many other problems, the COVID virus, violence, and more. But faith and religion, one of the basic necessities of life, may be in the most critical crisis in the world today, because with all the problems we face, it is religion that is most in danger. I need to remind you, it is religion and the greatest faith that all of you represent that have given mankind strength and hope and purpose for thousands of years. Religion has taught us forbearance. Religion has taught us charity. Religion has given us a focus on family. Religion has helped human beings find purpose in life. And thousands of years later, there are still no better rules to guide us than the Ten Commandments. But today, people of all faiths have moved away from God and His teaching. Young people especially have simply walked away from organized religion. In my country, the United States, attendance in churches and synagogues has fallen dramatically. And in Europe, it's even worse. A new generation has been raised with no connection to religion whatsoever. What is the outcome of this mass shift in our society? Here is a hint. This program began with a prayer for people who were killed in places of prayer. In America, worshipers were killed in a synagogue in Pittsburgh, in a church in Charleston, South Carolina, a Sikh temple in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Think about that for a moment. People killed while praying to their God. Can you imagine anything more sacrilegious? I believe these terrible crimes took place because church schools are closing. Jewish schools have closed. And when young people are not learning the basic rules of decency, they gravitate towards the teaching of hate and intolerance. This is something that must be stopped. I will tell you, all of us have the power to turn this around. Not just the power, we have the responsibility to turn it around. This can only come through education. As president of the World Jewish Congress, which represents 100 Jewish communities in 50 different countries on 5 continents, I've been advocating for a great renewal of Jewish education all throughout North and South America and Europe. Now, all of us and other religions represented here today must take this course. This has to be done by all of you. You represent the best of mankind. You represent the most responsible leaders in our community. All of you who must find people with moral centers to teach our youth. We must make it an absolute priority to raise money for education. I have called on the wealthy people of the world, the donors and philanthropists, to focus their money on good, solid, and decent religious schools. This is as important as climate change, hunger, clean water, and sanitation. If we are worried about our children, we should worry about their education, their morality, and what we are entrusting to teach them. Let me be even more specific. In these last few weeks, the United States has left Afghanistan and allowed the Taliban to take over that country again. The Taliban brings the most extreme elements of religion into the world, and they are drawing radical elements from all over. This is not at all what the world needs, but especially when we face huge problems everywhere else. The only way to counter this is by teaching our young people tolerance towards all. We must foster a dialogue of positive interfaith relations. We must help people in poor nations educate their young with the best parts of their religion. We must recruit the most thoughtful and decent teachers for this process. And we must use the internet because that is the only way to connect with young people today. It makes zero sense to try to reach 21st century children with 19th century communication techniques. We must be smart about this. This will not be easy, but it's absolutely vital for the future of our children and our grandchildren. It is vital for the future of mankind. Jewish people across the world just celebrated the New Year last week. We gathered together to reflect on the mistakes we made over the past year so we don't repeat them. We seek forgiveness from God. We focus on better being of human beings, not for our sake, but for those around us. I think this is all good for all of us. Think about what we have done correctly as a group and what we have failed. If I may direct with you, I think we have failed the younger generation in teaching them about the tolerance of and decency and all the possible aspects of our religion. But we have the chance for redemption. That is what religion gives us, the chance for redemption. I believe with all my heart that our first steps should concentrate on religious education, new and better schools, better teachers, and the basic laws that human beings have followed for generations, laws that made our world a better place for everyone to live in. I ask you to join me in this vital cause, and thank you for your time and commitment. Thank you, and God bless all of you.